Hello guys, and welcome back to A Source of Imagination and Serenity Shed. And today we're going to be talking about brownies. Not the brownies that you make and eat, but the establishment of Girl Guides and brownies. And I myself was once a brownie. Now, I want to tell you a little bit about brownies. And there was a brownie guide law. If you ever was a brownie, you might remember this, and if not, well. And the brownie guide law goes, I promise that I will do my best and do my duty to God to serve the Queen, well, be king now, and my country, and to help other people, and to keep the Girl Guide law, or Brownie Guide law. Now, the brownies were first organised by Lord Baden-Powell, and they weren't called brownies back then, they were called rosebuds, and they're now known as brownies in 1914. Now, rosebuds, it was changed, and the new name brownies was chosen, which was taken from a story, The Brownies, by Juliana Horatia Ewing in 1870. Now, to tell you a little bit about brownies. The brownies were a house spirit, and they were also sort of known as a hobgoblin from Scottish and English folklore. Now, these little creatures were often helpful in nature, helping around the household with chores and tasks all around the home, whilst the family slept at night. Though, on the flip side, if you harmed or offended the brownie, they could become harmful and very mischievous, moving things around the house. Things went missing and then would turn up. Maybe they'd spill over a glass of water or something like that. Yeah? Anyway, the description of the creatures was said to be they were small, and they were brown skin, and they were covered in hair. Oh, covered in hair. Anyway. Right, so, in folklore, it is said that the home dwellers would leave small offerings to these creatures, like milk or cream or a bit of bread or some cheese, to receive their goodwill. As well as known as hobgoblins, the brownies were also known as fairies. Whilst many fairies were usually malevolent towards humans, brownies were not, and were known to be helpful. I myself enrolled as a brownie many years ago, and I remember the enrolment even now. And it was, all the brownies would come together, so you'd have different groups of brownies, and they all had their own emblem and name. So you had sprites, and you had imps, pixies, gnomes. I'm sure there were some others as well, but that's the ones I can remember. So what would happen would be they would lay out a table with a big mirror on. This is just a small version of what they would do. And you would have flowers and creatures, and it was like a lake. So basically it was a big lake that you'd be looking into here. And they would then basically blindfold you like this. I had to put a blindfold on, so they'd blindfold you so you couldn't see, like this, and they would walk you around the outside ring where all the other brownies would be standing, and they might be singing songs, I can't remember. Anyway, then you get to the table where the mirror was, and they'd remove the blindfold, and it was all very nicely done. There might have been candles there, and it was lit up. It was very pretty. I remember it was very pretty. And then they would say, if they said a few words, I can't remember now, and then they asked you to look into the mirror or the lake, and they say, look into the lake, and what can you see? Well, I was looking into this mirror, which was a lake, and I couldn't see anything. And I remember looking, and I'm then looking back at Brown now, thinking, I can't see anything. What am I supposed to be looking at? And I wasn't quite getting it. And they said, well, look into it. And they moved me over a bit more, and I saw myself. And I said, oh, myself. And they said, yes, that's right, me. I can see me. And that was what I was supposed to be seeing, was myself. And a few more words were spoken, and then I was given this badge, because I became this creature over here, as you can see, a sprite. And this is my badge that I got many years ago, as you can see. I don't know if you can see it. Well, I'm going to put it down here. Hopefully it will stand up. Well, that's what I was. I was a sprite. And I was also given these badges as well. So I had a Girls Guides badge there. And I was given this Girl Guides badge as well there. And later on, because I was in the Brownies for quite some time, I was given this star, because I think I came second in command of my group of girls. I must have been about 5 girls in a group, 6 girls in a group, and you had 4 groups, so it was a fair few Brownies there, you know. And we started doing different activities there, you know. So I remember going off to do a particular activity with the first aiders, and I got my first aid badge there, and I got my animal lovers badge there, and I think I must have been helping out and making cups of tea for people and things like that, so I got that one there. I must have done woodworking or crafting, and that's my crafting badge, like that. And I'm not quite sure what these ones are. It's very windy today. My sprite's going for a walk, I think. You stay there, Mr. Sprite. Right, and this one as well. I'm not quite sure what that. Maybe toy making for that one. And I also got this one as well, so I'm not quite sure what the frog one was for. If you can tell me, please do, because I can't remember that long ago. Anyway, those were the badges that I actually got whilst I was a Brownie. Right, so I just want to say, I didn't carry on to do the Girl Guides, but I do have fond memories in the Brownies, like playing games and obviously doing activities, playing outside around bonfires, singing songs like Ging Gang Gooly Gooly and Kookaburra Sits in the Old Gum Tree. I don't know if that brings memories back to any of you. It was happy times, and it was most likely this had an impact on me growing up. And as today, my interests in nature and the love of it and helping other people when needed. I really enjoyed my time in the Brownies. I don't know if the Brownies are still going today, but I had a lovely time there, and yeah, it was very great experience. And whilst we're here, I haven't offered you a cup of tea, have I? This is my lovely Japanese teapot I have here, and my Japanese cup and saucer. So I'm going to offer you some nice ginger and lemon tea. So let's pour some out for you. I should have done this at the beginning. I'm very forgetful these days at the minute. So there's a lovely cup of tea there. So here we are. Please have some tea. There we go. Lovely. I'll leave the tea down here for you anyway. So I also wanted to introduce to you, whilst I'm here, this is my beautiful moon goddess that I have. And again, I purchased her in Glastonbury in a place called Starchilds. I don't know if they still do these goddesses anymore, but she is absolutely beautiful. Like I say, I have a few of these, and she's made of clay. I've also taken an interest in this, if I can reach it, this sea glass. Now I know around here there is places where you can actually collect. I bought this sea glass, by the way, but there are places where you can actually collect sea glass, so I might do that in one of my videos coming up. I quite like I'd like to beach comb a bit more when I get a chance of it. So any places I go out, I will video from now on. But yeah, I hope you, anyway, as also I forgot to mention as well, my little fat fairies that I've made. Please can I have your opinion on them? I quite enjoyed making them, actually. And I think she's kind of I don't know, just a pretty sort of pink princess fairy. This one's more of sort of a Halloween type fairy, and this one's a Japanesey type, I suppose mangery type fairy. But yeah, these are fat, as in PHAT fairies, that I've just in my spare time just been making with my little clay pods I have. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed it about the brownies and the information. And please comment, and definitely please like and subscribe, because it really will help my channel to grow and hopefully gain new subscribers. And it would be so great to you know, have people following. It takes, you know, that people I don't think they realise how much effort it takes to just put a little thing together like this, you know, making stuff and gathering stuff and putting it out here and then taking it in again and sorting it all out. So, you know, I enjoy doing it, but it would be lovely if I could have some more people to join me here. Anyway, have another cup of tea. There we go. Before you go, have another sip. Lovely. There we are. So anyway, again, thank you for joining, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.